All right, people. The Game Awards 2025. The nominees have been announced there. Just today. It was there, so they just fresh, hot off the presses. There, these nominations. People even haven't started bitching yet. That's how fresh and new this is. With these nominations. I know a lot of people probably already heard. Claire, Obscure Expedition 33 is the big nominee here with 12 nominations.
12, and that's the most that any game has ever had. So
Wow.
it's kind of broken a whole record. I'm predicting it wins at least 5.
Okay, and we'll see which categories you'll think it'd win in there. And with this one, so it's the Everything Everywhere All at Once of the Game Awards, basically. Is this
Yeah,
one.
pretty much.
Hey, how's it going there, Lucky Dog? Lucky Dog
Hey.
podcast. I saw you on streaming. I guess you. Oh no, you're still streaming. You just yeah. He's playing that Simpsons world in Fortnite. It looks like there.
There you go.
So loves that Fortnite. All right, let's get into this. Do you want to start with Game of the Year first? Or you want to work way bottom and then go up?
Let's start at the bottom and go up. And there's definitely some on the lower portion that, like, I don't even like best esports team or whatever. Where
Yeah.
I don't even know anything enough.
You don't have a best esports team. So yeah, I
don't even know who any of them are.
I mean, respect to them. Shout out.
Liquid
Okay.
Pit sounds the grossest, so I don't know. I'd vote for them just because the name.
Liquid PH. Yeah.
Oh, Liquid PH. Okay, that's. Let me full screen the video here so I can see better.
So shout out to them, I guess. Okay. All right here. Best esports athlete. You got that.
So I don't know a single one of these guys.
I don't know any of these people either, but respect to them. Congrats.
Yeah, hey, they must be good at it.
Yeah, you got people who play Valorant, League of Legends, Valorant, Street Fighter. Hey, he's a Street Fighter guy. Okay. Another Street Fighter guy.
That's what it sounds like if like my parents would talk about a video game. It's like, oh, what's that game? Street Fighter guy?
Yeah. Playing that game. Counter-Strike 2. Okay. So you got that. So all right. Congrats to them. Let's see here. Oh, what the hell? Hold on. Messing up on me here. Let me go back to the nominees here. So best esports game. You got that as well there. This is also not a category you probably are that interested in either, but
I couldn't even tell you. It's all stuff that I definitely I just don't have any engagement in.
Let me go previous there. Dang, this site sucks. What the hell? Maybe I'm gonna go to Polygon. Maybe
that one might be easier because I don't think you'll have to refresh or like transition between pages for that one.
Let's see here. Yeah, let me go to the Polygon one. Or maybe people voting right now on the site and they can't handle the traffic. Maybe
could be that could be it.
Let's see here. Okay. Let me go all the way down again and come all the way back up here. Okay, so their list is a little different how they have it on the Game Awards site here. So this is most anticipated game.
Okay, I gotta say that is always something that I'm like, I don't feel like that should be an award. Just like, what are people looking forward to? Like, you get an award for just being the most looked forward to? Like, that's not the game doing anything. I don't know. That's a weird one to me. That's always been a weird one.
You got 007 First Light, Grand Theft Auto 6, which probably Grand Theft Auto 6 is probably gonna.
Yeah, for as far as just the largest number of people, like I don't see any world in which that's not number one.
Marvel's Wolverine there. That also is there. Resident Evil Requiem and The Witcher 4. So I think
if I had to personally pick one, it's probably Resident Evil, but Grand Theft Auto 6 is easily going to be the largest number.
So you got Content Creator of the Year. I know that excites you. Okay.
I just couldn't even tell you who most of those people are, at least.
Shout out to them again. So you got we already covered that. Esports game. Yeah, I don't really know much about esports games there. Games for Impact. You got Consume Me, You got what's this? Despelite there.
I think so. Yeah.
And you got Lost Records, Bloom and Raise, South of Midnight, and Wonder Stop.
I'm not too familiar with most of the games in this category. South of Midnight is one I really would like to play. I just haven't had a chance to do so yet. But I do think that that game looks like it's got some really great stuff in it.
Yeah. And I know a lot of these games, they're for like if they do something advanced, like, if they do a game for people with disabilities or they have, a lot of diversity in the games or something like that. I know they do those for that. So that's kind of cool. They do those.
I think there's a separate innovation and accessibility thing further up too.
Oh, okay. They got also that category too there. The only one I know of these is South of Midnight.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
only one I
same.
know.
I mean, I guess I've seen some trailers maybe for some of the others, but I don't know much about them.
Debut indie game. So this seems like a pretty lock of if it was going to win, one of the ones was going to win is this one, maybe.
So it's interesting. I think it might, but at the same time, it's up for just game of the year. There's also a separate just best indie game category that is different from debut indie games. Debut indie game is it's the studio's first game period versus just in general best indie game, whether it's their first game or not. So I actually don't think it'll win that one because I think it's going to win some other stuff, and then they're going to be like, okay, well, let's not give it everything to this. But
So you got Blueprints, you got Clay Obscure Expedition 33, Despelite, and then you got Dispatch. Dispatch might sneak it. I don't know. People
I
love
think that's possible. And that's also the only thing that that's nominated for. So I think that gives it a pretty good chance. Blueprints is also a really, really big indie game this year. I mean, people are calling it like one of the best puzzle games since like Myst back in like 1993. So I think that Blueprints has a very big chance at winning, I think, too.
Yeah. Megabunk. I haven't heard of. I don't think I've heard of
Yeah, that one I'm not too familiar with.
Community Support, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, No Man's Sky.
Very much not all of them are quite live service, but definitely in that sort of kind of ongoing thing. I don't know. None of those are ones I really mess with too much.
Best adaptation. People were
None
mad
of them.
about this. I did see people mad about this because this didn't include Sonic 2 or Sonic 3.
Well, I wouldn't give it to that either, but
So yes, they did include that. I forgot. The Sonic 3 came out. When did it come?
Is
It
that
came
this
out
year?
towards the tail end of last year. It came out December.
Gotcha. Oh,
So
okay.
it
So it
wasn't.
doesn't. Well, so that's interesting because you'd think, well, that was last year, not this year, so it doesn't count. But Indiana Jones is on here a couple times, which came out in 2024, not 2025. But it is on here because it was so late in the year last year that it didn't make it into the previous year's awards.
Okay, so you got a Minecraft movie. I hated that movie. It was one of my. It's on my list of worst movies this year. We did a review for that one. We did a review for Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
That was
it's
okay.
fine, but like
It
it
was
should not win any awards. I mean,
Splinter Cell Death Watch. I know that's on Netflix. I haven't seen it. I'm not like I guess I don't care about the franchise of Splinter Cell, so I never really checked it out.
I don't really either. And The Last of Us season 2 was a cartoon shit show that completely fell apart in its second season. So I don't know why that's on there.
I haven't watched the second season. Nick and somebody else came on for a review of that. I still have not watched the second season. So I can't really say. We did a review for the first one, but I wasn't for the second season. Until Dawn, I didn't like Until Dawn either. I didn't like that movie.
I haven't seen it yet, but I know I'm not gonna like it.
So out of the stuff I've seen, I guess
Devil May Cry, but I mean,
what's gonna win? Probably a Minecraft movie. That movie made like $1 billion or close to.
Yeah, it's probably gonna get it because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, Chicken Jockey and all that other shit, I guess. Okay. Best VR/AR game. And you got that. Alien Rogue Incursion, Arcane Age, Deadpool VR, Ghost Town, The Midnight Walk. Okay. I don't really see any of these things.
No idea really.
You said what Tim or Alex or Ulysses, they play a lot of strategy games, right?
Yeah, I bet I could ask them and they might be able to give a good answer for that one.
Civilization 7, Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, that's the game Neil reviewed. Okay.
Yeah, there you
go. So he might want that to win. Jurassic World Evolution 3, The Alters, Tempest Rising, 2 Point Museum. Okay. I don't know. Final Fantasy Tactics. That's the one I only know about. So I know Civilization, but I know that
Yeah.
one too. But yeah. Okay. Best sports racing game.
I would have said Mario Kart, but to my surprise, that Sonic racing game did get higher review scores than the new Mario Kart, which is hard for me to believe on a personal level. But
Yeah, but this is also all fan votes, right? I mean, so you got to think that way.
Well, only I think it's only like 10%
Uh,
of the like criteria for who wins is based on fan votes.
okay,
It's
gotcha.
but the majority of it is like any other awards. Like there's like a committee of people who like
Uh,
play the games and then vote for stuff
okay, that's
internally.
pretty good. So best sports racing. Why do they separate that? I mean, racing's a sport, right?
Well, or it's putting in one category together.
Well, I'm just saying, like, why not just say best sports game? Because like racing
Oh,
is also a
I guess
sport.
it's just to clarify if people don't understand, maybe.
Okay,
I
people
don't
don't
know.
know racing's a sport. Uh, um. So yeah, you got esports FC 20. That's the soccer game, football game. There I think, and then F125, Mario Kart World rematch, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. There. I mean, I think maybe. I mean, you say maybe since it's mostly critics, I don't know. Maybe since they gave it higher reviews, maybe they'll give it to Sonic Racing.
Yeah. Otherwise, like as far as like the F1 game goes, I'm not sure exactly how well that did.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But people
Maybe
do like their F1 racing.
yeah, people do love that. I mean, they did a whole movie about that guy who became one from playing the
Yeah.
video game,
Yeah.
which wasn't too bad actually. It wasn't too bad. Best RPG, Avowed. You did a review for that, right? Avowed.
No. We talked. It's one I may do at some point, but I haven't had a chance to just yet.
Clair
That's
Obscur Expedition.
Obsidian, which is the same studio that did the Outer Worlds too, and so they released a couple games just in this one year.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, The Outer Worlds 2. What do
My
you think?
money for best RPG for the winner, I think it's going to be Kingdom Come Deliverance too. Although I say I would personally give it to Expedition 33, but I think that's going to win Game of the Year, and so I think but I think behind the scenes they're going to say, okay, well, if Kingdom Come Deliverance isn't going to get Game of the Year, let's give it best RPG.
Okay. Best ongoing game.
It's probably going
Uh,
to be Marvel Rivals, to be honest, out of
Marvel.
those.
Let's go in there, man. So Dirty Nero Main says the best RPG of the last couple of years was Final Fantasy, as far as I'm concerned, because it's an action game.
Yeah, because it's not an RPG.
Best on so Final Fantasy 14. You said held up. You said Marvel Rivals. You said
I feel like that's likely. I feel like it just has the sort of hot spot, you know, like this was big this year. It had like kind of a just giant outpour of support for a while. I feel like it's got a good chance, but I could be wrong.
hmm. Okay. It's the new kid on the block. Held out.
Yeah,
The studio's been
I
here for a
think that
minute.
helps a lot.
So got that. Best mobile game.
I
Okay.
got nothing to say about mobile game.
Best independent game.
That one's going to be tough because there's a few options there. I mean, I think Blueprints has a good chance of winning that, but Hades 2 is also that's a huge deal as a sequel. But you forget Expedition 33 it is an indie game. As much as it's got like the scope and feel of a AAA game, that still counts. So I mean, it would be what I would vote for yet again. But
But this is a pretty stacked category. You got
yeah,
Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which was highly reviewed, highly critically praised. So was Hades 2. So was Hollow Knight Silk Song.
and so is Blueprints. Blueprints is another like 9 out of 10 across the board type thing.
I haven't heard this Ball X Pit.
I know it's Devolver Digital published it, but I don't know too much about the actual game.
Absolm. I think I maybe have heard of that. Absolm. Huh.
Solum, I think. I want to say I saw maybe Rage Select do a video for it, but I wasn't really paying a lot of attention.
Okay, now I'm looking at the art for it. I think didn't we do a trailer reaction for this?
We might have.
I think we did.
We look at a lot of trailers, so it's possible I've just forgotten.
It was this one here.
Oh yeah. We totally looked at the trailer for this. Yes, we
Yeah,
did.
and we said we were excited for it. I think I said I liked
Yeah, it looked like it had at least some promise to it.
it. Yeah,
Cool art style, great sort of 2D animation.
yeah. Okay, that's cool. With that one. All right. So your prediction is Clair Obscure Expedition 33.
Well, I would personally vote for it, but I actually don't think it's going to win this category. I think Blueprints actually has probably got this one on lock.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. Best fighting game, 2XKO there.
None of them this year. I didn't really play any new fighting games this year. And two of these are collections of like old arcade games too. I don't even know how that counts, but whatever.
Yeah, like Capcom Fighting Collection.
Like that
Um,
that's not a that's I don't know. That's weird because that's like a bunch of 20-year-old games in a collection. That's not
it's
I
not
don't
a
know.
brand new thing.
Yeah. Sometimes
uh,
they're stretching to just add stuff to these categories.
like yeah, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection.
Yeah, it's just like Mortal Kombat games from before the year 2000. What are you talking about? Like, why would
Yeah.
that be in here?
Virtua Fighter 5 there. You got that Revo. Okay. Fatal Fury City of Wolves. I think mainly it's probably gonna be this one. It's gonna be 2XKO there.
Probably.
Um, it's gonna be that one. Because I mean, you're gonna have. I mean, like I said, two of these are just remixes of old games, like just re-releases, collections. Then
Yeah,
even
there's
this is
only
also
3 real games in there. Or is that one even a real game?
virtual. I mean, it's not like it's a new game. It's just like an updated version of
Oh,
that
well,
game.
that
It's not
shouldn't
like
be on there either then.
yeah, it's not like a brand new game though. Even though they did show off like a new Virtua Fighter, that they did show off like a new one, but that hasn't
Okay.
come out yet.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know about Fatal Fury City of Wolves. I don't know if that's like brand new. Let me see.
Watch that not be new either. There's only one game in here that's a new game.
They had to stretch it, yeah. So this did, okay, so it's a
Okay.
brand new one. So it came out in
So you got
2025.
2 options.
Best family game,
Oh, Donkey Kong Bonanza. I think
Donkey
that
Kong
without a doubt, yeah.
over Mario Kart World and Sonic Racing Cross World?
I think so for sure.
Okay. I mean, it nominated for Game of the Year. So we do have that. Okay. Best action adventure game. Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Ghost of Yote, Hollow Knight Silksong, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, Split Fiction.
Yeah, that one. So that's where this is where you start to get a little tougher as far as what's actually going to pull it. Hmm, I think I would put my money on either Ghost of Yote or Silk Song.
Hmm. Okay. Because this is the more accessible ones instead of Death Stranding 2.
Well, Hollow Knight's pretty. Hollow Knight could be like Dark Souls level difficulty, so I don't know if accessible. I don't know if it's more accessible necessarily. Certainly less weird than Death Stranding. Death Stranding, it's so crazy. But you know what? Jeff Keighley's also like friends with Kojima, so maybe he
He's going.
influenced the vote a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kojima is like that sort of auteur name though. That award, with like a David Lynch, right? You'd want to give David Lynch an award for a movie, partially because it's David Lynch. You could see like very kind of pretentious art critics having that sort of mindset. So I could see Death Stranding winning. And again, I like the game a lot, but I still think that that mentality plays into maybe some people liking it. So
Yeah. It's gonna be like, when Titanic won the best picture, it's like in the whole Oscar stage was the ship of the actual Titanic itself. It's like, "Gee, I wonder what's winning best picture." Yeah, so, oh, there. You got Split Fiction there.
Split Fiction's great, but there's a multiplayer category that I think that's what is going to win.
Okay. Alright. Then you got Best Action, Battlefield 6, Doom: The Dark Ages, Hades 2, Ninja Gaiden 4, Shinobi: Art of Vengeance.
I think Hades 2 is almost certainly going to take that one.
Okay. Uh, Over some big ones like Battlefield 6, big ones like that?
I don't think. I mean, Battlefield 6 is. Well, one, I feel like that belongs in like an FPS category. Like that and Doom should kind of. I feel like that should be a separate thing. But also, like, Battlefield is like. It's not like a small game. I mean, it's AAA, but it's like it is several tiers of like popularity way below like a Call of Duty. even now that Call of Duty is not as big as it used to be, it's still several tiers below that. So,
yeah. So you're going with Hades too?
I'm going with Hades 2 for that one. And Ninja, I think honestly, if anything else takes it, it's going to be Ninja Gaiden is going to be the surprise winner.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good runner up there because I know people are a little disappointed by Doom Dark Ages. A little.
Some people liked it more than the last one, but again, we talked about that in the review we did. Some people felt like the last game was too hard. For me, that's what made it so great. But there were other people that definitely was like, "Yeah, this is too difficult," and they like this one better because it toned that down. So.
Best score in music. You got Clair Obscura Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silksong.
I really think I think Expedition 33 deserves it. I think the music in that game is incredible. This is where I'd say Death Stranding would be maybe the runner up. And a lot of the music in Death Stranding, some of it is like original score music, but it's also like it's also a lot of like a soundtrack too, like a lot of like licensed music that is very good. It's an amazing soundtrack, but I think Expedition 33 should be the clear winner here.
Yeah, a lot of these, I've heard some of the music from a lot of them. A lot of these got great music. Ghost of Yote's got great music. Death Stranding has great music. And Hollow Knight's got, a lot of them's got great music.
They all do, really. I mean, Hades too. The battle theme that's going on is really excellent.
Best performance. You got a lot. Wow, damn, they stacked the field here.
One of them's winning this one. I don't know. I honestly don't know which one, but it's going to be one of those three.
Jennifer English, Ben Starr, Charlie Cox, all for Clair Obscura Expedition 33. You have Erika Ishii for Ghost of Yote there. Troy Baker for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Silent Hill F. You have
Konatsu
Kato there. So what are you thinking?
I mean, see, it's between the three Expedition 33 ones. I'm not 100% sure who I think will get it. I'd probably go for Jennifer English personally.
Okay. Jennifer English.
But I think it's going to be between the three of them.
Do you think they'll, like, much what you said with Hideo Kojima, they have the same feeling towards Troy Baker? He's a awards darling. They love Troy Baker.
I mean, I think there is a little bit of that, but also I think he's such a big name, and I think there is a pattern. There's honestly a big pattern at the Game Awards of giving the awards to things that feel the newest on the scene. Like last year, Astrobot winning, or Baldur's Gate, like the year before that, it was between Baldur's Gate 3 and Alan Wake 2. Like there tends to be a push for whatever seems to have the sort of freshest sort of style and artistic take on things, and also just the thing that seems to have like the biggest impact on the industry as a whole. And Expedition 33, I think more than anything else, is like an indie game that feels like a AAA game, and like that game just really puts to shame so many of the AAA companies selling these $80 games with these insanely big budgets, and that comes along and does everything that you want a AAA game to do on this tiny budget in comparison. I think that sort of impact on like what the games industry is like right now and how that affects that, I think that's a big part of the reason why that's going to take so many things.
Okay. Best narrative: Clair Obscura Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and Silent Hill F. What are you thinking?
A few strong candidates in there, man, but Expedition 33 would be what I would vote for. I think it's got a good chance of winning that. I don't think it's necessarily, like I said, it's got 12 nominations. It's not going to take all 12 home. I think 5 or 6 maybe, but I think best narrative is going to be one of them.
Okay. Now, you love Silent Hill F.
I like Silent Hill F a lot, but I don't think it is like Expedition 33 is like the Lord of the Rings of video games.
Okay. And plus, people got to play like Silent Hill F 5 times to get it. I mean, I ain't playing this shit.
That's the other thing is I don't think most people are going to get the entire narrative of Silent Hill F. If you do, I think it's really good. But Expedition 33, you can play one time and get all of it. So,
best multiplayer. So, you think this is where Battlefield 6 will win?
Probably? I think this is where Split Fiction's going to win.
Oh, Split Fiction. Okay.
I don't think Battlefield 6 is going to win anything.
Split Fiction. So you got Split Fiction, Peak, Elden Ring, Night Rain, Battlefield 6, Arc Raiders.
Maybe they'll give it to Elden Ring Night Rain so they can say they gave it to Elden Ring 3 times in a row. I don't know. But I think Split Fiction deserves best multiplayer.
Mm. That's game direction. You'll see a lot of the same games. You'll see Clay Obscure, Death Stranding, Ghost of Yotei, Hades 2, Split Fiction.
Now, game direction is where I would pivot and go Death Stranding, because I think that one it is so, like, it's rare in video games where you can look at a game's direction and go, this is clearly, I mean, obviously it's more than just Kojima, but you can still see this sort of fingerprint of his on the whole thing, and you can see that it's coming from this guy's brain, and then everybody's working to make that happen. So I think, I mean, again, I'd still would maybe on a personal level say I like Expedition 33 more. I might even vote for it over Death Stranding 2, but I think Death Stranding 2 is more likely to get this particular award.
Best audio design. It could get better. I mean, Battlefield. I mean, War, all that good stuff. I mean,
That's possible. That's possible. This is the one where I would go down to Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Because I think audio design is something that stands out, especially in horror, in a way that is very special.
Yeah, it is. True. Horror games. Yeah, you got that kind of going for it. Best art direction.
I'd go with Expedition 33 on this one. It's such a unique looking game. It really is a sort of visual style I don't think you've seen in a game before, right? That sort of like kind of Enlightenment era French Baroque painting style. Like that, it just doesn't. There's never been anything else in a video game that quite looks like that.
And Game of the Year, the big category, number one. Donkey Kong Bonanza. I'm rooting for Donkey Kong. Let's see Donkey Kong. Death Stranding 2, Clay Obscure Expedition 33, Hades 2, Hollow Knight, Silksong, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Do you think Ghost of Yotei should have maybe been in here? Maybe, or it seems like it's in a lot of other categories. Or no?
I mean, I think they do that on purpose. Like if something is in a lot of places, then maybe it does a lot of other awards, then maybe it isn't in the Game of the Year one. It depends on what it is for sure, but I mean, I haven't played Hollow Knight, Kingdom Come, or Donkey Kong, and I haven't really touched Hades 2 yet. It's on my list, but I mean, I could see Yotei maybe deserving to be in there, but at the same time, I think this is a stacked category with a lot of great stuff, and I think there was a lot of probably deliberation on what made it in and what didn't.
Okay. So, Clay Obscure, you think?
Oh, for me, for sure. I think this is almost certainly going to win Game of the Year. Again, just the impact on the industry I was talking about before, and sort of the price point of the game and the scale of what it's able to achieve on its budget from a brand new team. And again, I think that's the Game Awards always likes to give the award to something that is achieving something beyond just the game being good. And I think Donkey Kong, it's classic Nintendo, right? Nintendo's pretty consistent with those first party games. I don't think that's breaking any sort of new ground. Hades 2, really, really amazing indie game. It's a sequel to an amazing indie game that already exists. You kind of know what you're getting a little bit. A Hollow Knight, kind of the same thing. It's a seems like a great sequel to a game that was great. You know what you're getting. Death Stranding 2, maybe, you never know what you're going to get with Kojima, so I can't quite say that, but it is also an auteur director that's a well-known name, right? There is a known quantity, I think, about all the games in this category, except for Expedition 33. That is the only thing that is this completely fresh on the scene thing in the whole category.
Okay. So it's the Baldur's Gate 3 of this year, like you said.
I definitely think so. Or again, like Astrobot winning last year, right? That was a kind of newly formed studio, and it was their first game, and it was on a small budget, and it was kind of proving that a style of game people thought was outdated wasn't as outdated as they thought. And I don't know. It's just this, again, that impact sort of thing, I think, and how it affects what people think of the industry as a whole. Nothing else has quite had that sort of anything like that going for it.
So of course, Claire's Obscure Expedition 33 was the big one with 12 nominations across 10 categories, this says. And then Death Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yote are the other big one nominated games there with 7 each.
Yeah.
So they have the second most there. So yeah, and this is going to be December there, December 11th.
December 11th.
So there you go. Do you usually watch? You don't watch the live stream, do you?
I do actually. I do. I
Okay.
usually have a drink and sit down and watch it and mute it when the ads come on because there's a lot of those. But I mean, I don't. So the thing for me is I don't necessarily care about awards that much. It's fun sometimes when a game I like wins, but it's it's whatever. I mean, I'm not upset if something else wins that I wasn't as big a fan of. Really, I watch it because I want to see what the new trailers for the new announcements are going to be. That's really why I'm there.
Yeah. Any
Usually,
thoughts?
there's a few cool things.
Any thoughts of what games we haven't seen that we might get a new trailer for? Or anything?
Like something that's been announced already that we
Yeah.
that I mean I'm really hoping that we'll get something new on because they're doing a new Jet Set Radio game, which they announced at the Game Awards in 2023, and we have not seen since then. So that's kind of my big hope is that we get some kind of update on that.
Okay. Nice there. All right. So Game Awards 2025.